Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're like me and you're staring at your wallet wondering which credit card is actually worth it in 2025 in Canada, you're in the right place. I've spent hours digging into the latest offers, reward programs, and fees, and today I'm walking you through what I believe are the top credit cards in Canada right now, plus how to pick the one that fits your spending habits. Let's go. Before diving into names, I want to clarify what criteria I'm using and you should use when comparing cards, because best means different things for different people. Here's what matters most to me and should matter to you. Rewards slash points slash cashback return. How many points do you get per dollar in categories you actually spend? Groceries, dining, travel, streaming, etc. Welcome slash sign up bonus. A strong bonus can tilt the value significantly in the first year. Annual fee versus net value. A big fee is fine if you get equal or greater value in perks, credits, or rewards that you will actually use. If you won't milk those perks, a no fee or low fee card might be better. Perks and soft benefits. Things like travel insurance, lounge access, free checked baggage, Nexus or TSA credits, concierge, etc. Flexibility slash redemption options. Can you redeem your points as cash, transfer to airline or hotel programs, or use them broadly? Foreign transaction slash currency fees. If you shop online internationally or travel, a card that waives foreign transaction fees is huge. Stability and reliability of the rewards program. Rewards programs shift, devalue, or get changed, so I prefer cards with a track record of stable, trustworthy benefits. If a card is weak in too many of those areas for your pattern of spending, it might not be best for you. Here are a few standout cards in Canada for 2025, along with the pros, cons, and what type of spender they suit best. Note, always check the issuer's site for up to date terms before applying. 1. Scotiabank Gold American Express Card. Why it stands out, according to rates.ca's 2025 rankings, this is their winner, best overall rewards credit card in Canada. Rates.ca. You earn 5 times Scene Plus points per dollar on categories like fast food, food delivery, groceries, and entertainment. Rates.ca. 3 times points in other useful categories like gas, transit, and select streaming services. Rates.ca. No foreign currency transaction fees, which is increasingly rare. Strong welcome bonus, often in the form of Scene Plus points, that pushes first year value higher. Considerations slash trade offs. Annual fee is about $120, often waived the first year. Because it's Amex, not accepted at every merchant, especially smaller ones, you might need a backup Visa or MasterCard. If your spending pattern is skewed heavily toward travel, you might find more leverage with a niche travel card. Best for someone who wants strong everyday rewards, groceries, dining, streaming, etc., but also flexibility to travel and shop internationally. 2. TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite. Why it stands out: if you fly with Air Canada or use Aeroplan a lot, this is one of the more attractive co-branded options in 2025. Welcome offer up to 45,000 Aeroplan points with spending thresholds and first year annual fee rebate. Perks include free first checked bag for you, plus up to 8 companions on Air Canada flights when the flight originates in Canada. Points don't expire as long as you're in good standing. Considerations. The benefit is strongest when you use Aeroplan slash Air Canada. If you're loyal to other airlines or use points flexibly, you might be constrained. A co-branded card often gives less flexibility in redeeming points outside of the airline ecosystem. Best for you fly Air Canada regularly, or your goal is to maximize airline loyalty benefits slash free baggage perks. 3. Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite. Why it stands out: a consistent top pick for a strong cashback card in Canada. Very competitive cashback rates on everyday categories. Good for people who prefer simple cashback over managing points. Unlike Amex, Visa often gives broader merchant acceptance. Considerations. Cashback cards often have lower upside ceilings compared to travel cards if you're a heavy traveler. Make sure the categories align, e.g., if the card gives the extra in groceries slash gas slash transit, and those are your biggest expenses. Best for someone who wants pure simplicity and value from daily spending without worrying about point strategies or complex redemptions. 4. Other niche honorable mentions. Amex Cobalt, often recommended in Canadian forums, e.g. Reddit, as a go-to balance card for points. Cards from ratehub.ca or credit card comparison tools often highlight travel-focused cards depending on your region. If your focus is no annual fee, some cards will sacrifice perks but still be solid for minimal cost. Okay, so I've shown you some standout options, but here's how I would go about deciding which one's best for me. And you can follow along with your own metrics. map your spending categories, I'd list all the categories I spend money in: groceries, gas, transportation, streaming, flights, dining, subscription services, etc., and approximate how much I spend in each per year. Then I'd test candidate cards. If the card gives, say, 5 times points in groceries, streaming, dining, I'd estimate how many extra points versus a baseline card I'd earn. Weigh the annual fee versus break even. If a card has a $120 fee, you need to earn at least $120 in extra value via extra rewards, credits, perks over the next year, or else it's not worth it. Many of the premium cards assume you'll use their lounges, travel credits, etc., but if you don't, it becomes a burden. Consider your travel and foreign use. If I frequently shop online in US dollars or travel abroad, a card with no foreign transaction fee becomes extremely valuable. It can save 2 to 3% per transaction. Also, perks like free checked baggage, lounge access, and travel insurance are more useful to me and raise the value of a premium card if I actually travel. Plan for changes. I'd ask, will my spending change next year? Will I travel more? Will I shift more of my shopping online? I prefer a card whose reward structure is somewhat balanced or flexible, so I'm not locked into one nick. Let me walk you through my own mindset so you see how I think. I check my past year's spending categories. I spend a lot on groceries, streaming services, dining, and occasionally travel. A card that gives 5 times in groceries, streaming, dining is extremely tempting. Scotiabank Gold Amex checks that box. I see it also has no foreign transaction fees, which means I won't cringe when buying from US sites. I test whether I can use up a $120 annual fee through perks, or whether a no fee or cashback card would yield better net return. I also keep a backup Visa or MasterCard for places where Amex isn't accepted. If I flew more often with Air Canada, I'd consider the TD Aeroplan card, but right now I value flexibility more. So in my scenario, I'd lean towards Scotiabank Gold Amex as my primary card, and I'd complement it with the simple cashback Visa as backup, especially for places that don't take Amex. Before you hit apply, here are some gotchas and best practices I always keep in mind. Don't carry a balance. The interest kills your rewards gains. Use the card, pay it off in full every month. Watch for changes to rewards programs. Issuers sometimes devalue points or change category bonuses. Read the fine print for bonus eligibility periods or caps, e.g., 5 times up to $10,000 per year, or bonus only in the first 3 months. Use tools with websites that let you compare current Canadian credit card offers because they change frequently. If you apply for too many cards at once, your credit score might get dinged for hard inquiries. Stagger applications. Always align your card to your real spending. Don't force your spending to chase card perks. So that's what I've got. My top picks in Canada for credit cards in 2025 and how I would choose among them. If I were you, I'd strongly consider Scotiabank Gold Amex for its everyday rewards and no foreign fees, or a strong cashback option if simplicity is your priority. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.